joined by Jason Prentice to give us the lowdown of exactly how that all went down right there, buddy.
What's going on, Jason?
Well, what a wild night. First of all, got rid of the trash. Don't know if you saw that, Tommy.
Sure did.
Listen,
Tom's not. I'm liking it. Tom's not. He's not.
You know what? Listen, I got a lot of things to say to you, but maybe this is not the time or place. But I think it's very irresponsible for you just to fire a man because you got a personal vendetta against him.
Well, he lost, didn't he? Double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
All in.
He made the
Bye-bye.
deal.
Sayonara.
Listen.
He wanted to play 21. He had 23. I won.
Listen, Jake the Snake, you may be the boss.
He got bit by the snake tonight.
Listen,
you like that?
Let me finish my statement here for a second, all right? Listen, you might think that you are the boss around here.
He is the boss around here.
No, Badger, calm down. He does not need your help.
What?
He can defend
thank you,
himself
Badger.
here.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm just calling the action.
Right.
I'm doing my job.
Right. Here's the deal. All right, you outright fired a guy because you have personal vendetta against him because he said a couple of things against
Tom, even you said in March he crossed the line. I know you and I don't always see eye to eye on things. However, you have to agree. He tried to cross the line tonight. He tried, and I didn't let him bully me into that. But at the end of the night, when he put his hands on me, I had to respond. I didn't want to respond, but now Cole Cannon, he is gone. He ain't coming back. James Jeffries taking care of business. 80s man looked pretty damn good for his first official singles match in a long time. And
thank you to our fans.
That was a wild match. I thought we had a stack card from top to bottom. Talk about that open weight heavyweight, championship match there. I mean, that kicked off the show with a bang.
Absolutely. Yeah,
New open weight champion, the big picture, Jason.
And a lot of people didn't see that coming. A lot of people were thinking that Victor Payne was going to hold that title forever and a day. And 204 days officially today comes to an end. The reign of Payne is no more here in Absolute Pro Wrestling. But I'm sure Victor Payne is going to try and find his way back into contention.
Absolutely.
How long were you waiting to use the Reign of Pain?
Alex Hanna paid me $20 to make sure I mentioned it today.
Unbelievable.
And now our new open weight champion is the newest member of the free world. Jason, did you know about this? Did anybody know about this?
Nobody knew about this. I was sitting over at the gimmick table. I mean, you guys saw me over there sitting talking with my nephews and whatnot, and all of a sudden I see this big Godzilla-like creature just get up from the table.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
And just goes right after Shank and Bryce. Shank's got a receipt in store, and I don't want to spoil much. We are about a month away, but I can tell you officially on the books, I know somebody who knows somebody about booking. It's Shank versus TBP in June here at the Sportsplex.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here from Jason Prentice. We got more action waiting for us.
Huge match. Shank's got a receipt for Big Picture. I don't know if you saw his head.
Oh, boy.
Well, I tell you what. It looked like the boys have a receipt they want to give Jay Wesley there, too.
That is a developing
just
thing.
Blow up by the fact of, Ethan Everhart looked like he was
almost going to tap.
Well, it looks like he showed some disrespect towards the boys and anybody else trying to break up that fight. But, Jay Wesley, that was basically the Wire Crew was those four with the boys, Ethan Everhart, and Jay Wesley. But then the way this all kind of played out today, it looks like the boys are kind of just maybe a little bit done with these other two.
You know who looked like the biggest winner coming out of tonight, if you want my honest opinion, besides Big Picture?
Anybody who gets to leave this town?
Well,
the people of Waterloo, baby.
I think, honestly, Matty Starr. You think about it, he wasn't even here, and he didn't have to do much to cause all of this. Mm-hmm. He hires the Big Picture as the big hired gun now. Openweight champ in his stable, 2 hot shots in his stable. He's got 2 young minds that he can help develop with a veteran on board as well. And now the disruption between the boys and Jay Wesley and maybe even Ethan Everhart. Ethan's kind of focused on obviously holding on to his heavyweight championship. You noticed in that break apart there, when everyone's trying to separate all the talents, there was no free world. The free world does not care about anybody else but themselves. And Matty Starr, he played a huge hand in this tonight, in my opinion, from afar.
Where is Matty Starr? Have we heard from him?
Listen, he was not medically cleared to compete tonight.
Oh, is that what it was?
He was not medically cleared to compete. That was the word coming from the Free World's locker room.
Okay.
I tried to get official documents and such. I even sent.
Are they reliable?
I even sent Chris Hansen, who he does also play a technical role for us behind the scenes as well. But we could not get a actual medical form. So I don't know if this was a plan from Matty Starr from the get-go, but what I know is that tonight we saw a lot of dissension between the 319 crew of Jay Wesley and the boys. You know,
Right.
Shank,
Little bouts of miscommunication there, Jason.
it was one of those you saw Shank. Shank was a little frustrated, but I think he was a little more understanding. Bryce, though, Bryce Jordan, you know how Bryce is.
He
Bryce
can get
is an
very fired up.
explosive guy.
Very passionate.
Bryce knows what he can bring to the table. He knows that he can go into any situation and be a threat. And when that's taken away from their side, he gets a little upset about it. So tonight, for Bryce Jordan, this was personal, I think. I don't know why, but he wanted in the match, and Jay took a lot of opportunities away from him. And you can't blame Jay, though, you know?
Right.
You really can't. He's a young man. He's going to make moves like that.
Yeah, again, I use the term hubris in that Ethan Everhart match, and kind of maybe getting a little bit ahead of himself, showing off the youth factor sometimes. But I will say this about Jay Wesley though, and maybe why also Bryce Jordan was a little bit more PO'd about maybe it's a little more personal. I mean, Bryce Jordan and Jackson King have gone to war several times over the years.
Oh,
in a lot of
absolutely.
different places, not only just here in Absolute, but all over the Midwest. And so those two know each other very, very well. And you're taking away opportunities for him to get his hands on a guy who, honestly, with Jackson King's recent history and stuff, too, he's looking more chiseled. He's looking more refined in the ring and all. So, I mean, Bryce
He's
Jordan
just getting
really,
level after level up. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you just give a top shelf salute? He did.
Level
You saw
after
it.
level up.
You saw that, right?
You
Top
can't
shelf
see it
salute.
on
I think he did it.
camera,
I think he
but-
did it ironically, Tom.
You
Don't
know,
get ahead of yourself
One thing
here.
to also mention, too, guys, is in Steamboat Rock, Aaron Von Buren beats Bryce Jordan. So he's coming off a week ago where he lost. This is a chance, hey, I'm going to get a little bit of redemption. Can I get back on track? Even as a champion, you don't want to have setbacks. I feel like last week wasn't so much a setback as it was a reality check of, okay, this guy is really, really freaking good. We're going up against a team on the unknown who's going to be the third man on their side. You got to bring it. You got to be able to bring it. And Bryce, that's why I feel like he had a lot of pressure to deliver tonight. And when Jay took that away, like we said, he's very explosive. Maybe a hothead is another term you could use. But again, it was such a personal thing, like you said, Tom, and it was taken away from him.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's honestly, it's a hell of a night here in Waterloo. Great audience. Well,
They are a great audience.
great,
Come on.
great attendance from the people here in Waterloo. Great audience. It's hard for me to say based on the fact that most of them can't count to 10.
You just can't admit the truth.
You know, though, things to mention. June 15th, we're back here.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sportsplex. We'll be back. There will be alcohol available. I know a lot of people were hoping for that the last couple shows. We'll have that available. We got, again, confirmed last man standing for the heavyweight championship, which there will also be, I won't spoil too much, but there will be a special presentation before that heavyweight championship match. I won't spoil too much after that. But
All right.
also, Shank versus TBP. First time ever one-on-one in a wrestling ring. It's never happened. The two big forces of their respective groups going toe-to-toe. It's going to be a big one. Then we go to June 22nd. We're in Algona. We got the
Great American Clash.
Great American Clash. Yeah, got a lot of spirit as we get close to Independence Day. Floral Hall. We'll have that with the main event. Ethan Everhart defending, if he retains the week before, his heavyweight championship against the Death Dealer.
Oh, boy.
First time Death Dealer is getting a chance at the heavyweight championship for Absolute Pro Wrestling. And he's not lost in Algona since we debuted there 2 years ago. And obviously with Ethan, he's been on one hell of a run.
Yes.
So someone's got to lose in Algona. And then
Oh, boy.
we take a month off, come back here in August with some stuff. And the whole rest of the year looks just so damn good, guys. And again, it all builds up here after this show to June 15th at the Sportsplex.
June 15th,
Awesome.
Sportsplex. And again, also big news.
Well, thank you for
along
joining
with-
us at the table, Jason.
Jeez, Louis, can you stop
Well, I
talking over
just
me?
wanted to say thank you to our boss before you left the table.
Yeah, June 15th.
Jeez.
We're looking forward to back here in Waterloo. 22nd in Algona. Again, great stuff. But the biggest news of all this last week, outside of what you just saw for Super Slam 2, was the fact that we're going back to the Forte Center. We're bringing wrestling back there September 28th. Make sure you all get your
You
tickets.
said it, Tom.
I mean, that's going to be a sellout right there for sure. The
Yeah.
people of Des Moines have been
A
craving
lot of tickets
action
sold.
back there at the Forte Center.
A lot of tickets sold. And,
Already?
The main event, we can tell the main event for September 28th. It's Jimmy Wild, who is actually returning in June at the Great American Clash.
Haven't seen him since the first Super Slam.
Jimmy Wild is going to be in action against Jackson King in the main event.
Nice. Look at that. The old, dirt dog? Is that what we call it?
Yeah, the dirt
Yeah, the
dog.
dirt dog. You know, speaking of a dirty guy, I know somebody that you guys have been missing too.
Boy.
I'll announce it. You talk about medical clearance. Chris Hansen did get doctor's notes from a couple of people, but the one most important person was at this commentary team for a little bit. He's been slowly rehabbing his shoulder.
Good.
Ricky Bronson is confirmed to be wrestling September 28th. He has been medically cleared. Him against Damian Saint.
Whoa!
Confirmed. Wow.
Officially.
And those two
You heard
have
it.
deep roots and a lot of hatred toward each other. So
You said it, pal.
Coming to a head September 28th.
Yeah, I don't know if there's two people who may hate each other more than Ricky Bronson and Damian Saint. So that's going to be right there. Those two matches alone are going to be worth the admission price there. And the return arrival at Forte Center. So great show here tonight, Super Slam 2 at the Cedar Valley Sports Complex. We appreciate everybody joining us. Everybody have a great night. And for Badger Calhoun, for the hypocritical Jason Prentice, I'm Top Shelf Tom Shillstrom. Absolute Pro Wrestling. Do it for the bird.
The bird.